Saskatchewan Chamber members. Welcome to Monday Minute for Monday, June the 13th, 2022. I have several items for you today. First of all, just want to mention the Canadian Chamber talked about and provided information on their in-person meetings on Hills Day 2022. That's days when they can, their committees, the provincial chambers, representatives from chambers across the country can meet with government officials, hear keynote presentations, and have discussions with key ministries and ministers on topics and of policy issues that are important. And it's that opportunity to meet with those parliamentarians in a couple of days session on the Hill. So those Hills Days information, I'll put that out for you. As well, of course, the Labour Force survey numbers for May are out, and we know that the unemployment rate hits another record low, but the wage growth is finally starting to rise. It talks about how hours were still down for people, as there were parts of the country that people were still ill and away from work. Many of the new jobs were full-time jobs, so that's a positive thing. Labour markets, of course, remain tight, and we all know that. You're feeling that pinch every day. Saskatchewan also covered that, noting that more people are working in the province than ever before, and it talks about those numbers. Our unemployment rate hit down to 4.8%, so below 5, which makes it pretty tight for sure. They did talk about in their release that the Conference Board of Canada suggests that Saskatchewan is going to lead in real GDP growth this year at 7.9% in 2022, well above the national average of 4%. So we'll see how that comes to fruition. Also, a couple of things more locally. The City of North Battleford has put out their notice of preparation for the assessment roll. If you're planning on making an appeal to your assessment, this is the time to do it. You have until July 8th. When the roll is open for people to be viewing and doing their work on any appeal that you might have. This, of course, is the opportunity you have if you believe your assessment is too high, too low, incorrect in some regard, for you to take a look at that and to make a decision on whether you plan to appeal. And then once the tax notices are done, that's too late. This is the time now that you have to do that. And I just wanted to highlight for you that we have submitted, together with the Saskatchewan Chamber, a policy resolution to the Canadian Chamber of Commerce for consideration at their annual meeting in the fall of this year on returning carbon tax proceeds to SMEs. You'll know that because Saskatchewan is a province who has not signed on to the climate action that the federal government has approved, they did indicate that monies from the carbon tax proceeds would come back to small business to allow them to help to reduce their carbon footprints and upgrade their businesses. That has yet to happen, as 2019 monies, I think, are still sitting there, and there's been nothing given out since then. So there's a policy that we've put forward for consideration. So we expect to hear over the next probably 8 weeks whether the policy has been accepted to go forward to the delegates in October. So I'll leave you with that for this week. Hope to see you sometime this week during this week in June. We know that there's lots going on in the community, grads coming up and so on, and I wish you nothing but a great week in business. Take care, and we'll see you next Monday.